I was going to make this a simple in-person video for my channel, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized I was probably going to cry trying to talk about it out loud. Gosh, I hate seeing people cry on social media because exposed vulnerability has gotten me hurt so many times. And it's an ick to me now, but I digress. I knew I'd get emotional, and I already am. Not because anti-AI activist trolls are beating me up in my comment section. I'm emotional because AI is helping me get back to things I cared about but have kept putting off for years. Finally, I have a fighting chance to free myself from the shackles of my own reality. After working a mentally exhausting job daily, I didn't always have the capacity left to maintain the things that still mattered to me. I was drowning in my own life, and AI became my life preserver, not my destroyer. That's the part people keep missing when they talk about AI only as a threat. For me, AI hasn't been some mysterious machine replacing my brain. It's been a tool that helped me move again. If you didn't know, I'm a software engineer, and this weekend I updated a collection of my free WordPress plugins for my company, Let a Pro Do It, that I hadn't touched since around WordPress 4 or 5. These plugins weren't new ideas. They were things I'd already built and cared about enough to keep alive. Yet they'd been sitting there for years because I could never quite get myself back to them. I'd think about them, remind myself that I needed to update them, and then life would do what life does, honey. Work would drain me, and by the time I finally had a quiet moment to work on something for myself, my brain would have already left the building. That's what people don't always understand when they talk about building something on the side. Sometimes the problem isn't that you lack vision or desire. Sometimes you're just too mentally exhausted from giving the best part of your focus to a job and then trying to build your own life with whatever scraps of energy you have left at the end of the day. That's why this hit me so deeply. In a matter of a couple of hours, I was able to update those plugins I hadn't touched in years, almost a decade, because AI helped me move faster. It didn't create the desire or the original work. It helped me execute something that had already been sitting inside me, waiting for enough time and energy to finally become real again. That's the real game changer. And yes, I know people are worried about AI. People talk about the data centers, the water, and all the ways this could become an extinction level event from Cyberdyne systems. But what about all the good times we'll have before that happens? Relax, I'm just kidding. Okay. Yes, some of those concerns are fair, and I'm not telling anyone to be careless. I'm not saying people should upload their whole lives into a machine without thinking, and I'm not pretending there are no risks or legitimate questions that need to be asked. What I'm saying is that standing still in fear or incessantly complaining isn't a strategy. AI is expanding either way, whether we like it or not. So my question isn't, how do I avoid this? My question is, how do I learn it and put myself on the side of the people who know how to wield it? From where I'm standing as an engineer, AI doesn't replace my brain. It multiplies my ability. I still have to know what I want and when an answer is wrong or not good enough. I still have to bring my experience into the process because AI doesn't automatically know the best path to success. And while it can move fast, it can also move fast in the wrong direction when you don't know how to direct it. That's why prompting matters. Prompting isn't just typing a sentence into a box and hoping magic falls out. Prompting is how you give AI the context and the standard it needs to meet. It's how you tell the system what matters and what doesn't. When you do that well, AI can become incredibly powerful. But when you don't, well, It'll wander all over the place and hand you something that looks impressive until you inspect it. That's also why I've started using different AI tools for different parts of the process. ChatGPT is a powerhouse when I need speed and momentum because it helps me get a first version moving quickly. I'm thankful one of my subscribers made me consider Claude because it has been useful for nuance and catching things I might have missed. So now I use them together and let the magic happen. My own judgment is still the center of the process. AI isn't my identity or my expertise. It's a powerful tool, but still a tool. One that can assist while still needing direction from someone who knows what they're trying to accomplish. That's the difference between being replaced by AI and learning how to wield AI. If you treat AI like a magic machine that should know everything without guidance, you're going to be disappointed. But if you treat it like a tool that responds to clarity and correction, it can become one of the most powerful tools you've ever used. That's why I keep thinking about how much this can change things for people who are overworked and trying to build something outside of a job that drains them dry. When you already have the ideas and the skill, AI can give you back your mental capacity. It can help you execute the things you've been carrying around in your head for years and get past the part where the project feels too big to start or too mentally expensive to revisit after a long workday. That's why I'm emotional now. For years, I've had projects and creative ideas that kept sitting around because by the time my workday ended, I barely had enough mental energy left to engage in my own life, let alone build an exit. Weekends are great, but they gave me just enough rest to be ready for another work week. AI doesn't fix everything, and it certainly doesn't remove the need for judgment. But it does make the mountain feel climbable again. I can finally get shit done and finally pick up work I left sitting for years and say, whew, okay, let me finish that now. So to the people who are scared of AI, I understand, but I really would encourage you to reconsider your position. Don't decide to be a victim to something before you understand how to use it. Learn it, set boundaries around it, and stop treating your avoidance like it's wisdom. Because the people who learn how to use AI are going to move differently. They're going to move faster and execute ideas that might have sat untouched for years. That doesn't mean every AI output is good or every use of AI is wise. It means the tool is too powerful to dismiss simply because it makes people uncomfortable. As for me, I'm going to use it carefully and with my own expertise leading the process because AI isn't replacing what's inside me. It's helping me finally execute what was already there. It freed me, and that's why I'm so thankful and emotional. It freed me. It freed me from the shackles of mental incapacity and exhaustion and made me a viable asset in my own life. Okay, I know I said I'd make my A Day in the Life series AI free, but I realize now that once you wield this level of creative power, it's hard to get your hair did and dressed for a YouTube video at home when AI does such an amazing job of visualizing your likeness. So I'll make a promise and you hold me to it. Every video I add to the A Day in the Life series moving forward will be of me as I am, AI free. Deal? Cool. Oh, and by the way, let me know how you feel about AI in the comments. I'm sure the engagement should be rich. Okay, until then, travel well.